Hey y'all, yes it's me again, Shahid Isophane. I had to come back because I done messed up again. As I was um, recording the last video about the wife who killed her husband, her police sergeant, that was her husband. And while I was doing the video, it cut off, so I just thought I'd come back and surprise. I'm getting sleepy, y'all. Because I was sitting up here looking at the debate. Other than that, I would have been had this other video out, but I was watching the crazy on the debate. But anyway, when I said that I was a volunteer coordinator for the Domestic Abuse Project of Delaware County, Pennsylvania, I failed to say that I was a volunteer coordinator for the hotline for all of Delaware County, Pennsylvania. So now about the Boy Scouts that are filing these claims that had been sexually abused by the priest. You see, whenever there's child sexual abusers, they always tend to get a job where it involves working with children. They always got to be the scout leader, or they work in camps. They'll work in juvenile detention centers. I mean, anything that involves children. If you see, if an abuser is in a room with all adults and the children, there's children in the next room or out front of the house playing. But you find out this man is always around, or this person is always around the children when all the other adults are in the other room, wherever. He's always handling the children. And I'm not saying now that all men are, and there are some women that are sexually abusers too, but I'm not saying that just because people that be around kids sexually abuse children, but you got to pay attention and see what's going on. Why is this person always around the children instead of in here with the adults? None of the children are his. He's not related to them. I mean, you just got to put these things together. You don't want to accuse a person or people all the time because everybody is not an abuser. But you got to figure it out. You got to watch. You can't let your kids go to everybody just because you trust that person and you think that they're okay. Of course, they're going to act their best around you and other adults because they don't want to let you know what they're doing. So you got to be the one. Just because you know this person, he's a pillar of the community, he's on an usher board, he might even be the minister or the pastor, so it's okay. The football coach, the basketball coach. It just takes all kinds. So you have to be careful who you allow your kids to go off with and spend nights with. When my kids were coming up, I never let them spend the night with people, especially the ones that I didn't know, but I didn't let them spend the night with anyone unless it was a family member. And you can't even always trust a family member. You better believe it. You can't always trust a family member, but like I said, they would get so angry, but I wouldn't allow them to spend the night at other people's houses because I didn't know what was going on in their homes. And because I didn't let my kids spend the night with other people, I didn't allow people, unless they were a family member, to spend the night with my kids. I would tell them, well, y'all seen each other all day, you've been playing all together, you did whatever all together. Now they can stay in their house and go to bed. When it's time to go to bed, you don't need no one in there anyway. Unless you're having a sleepover or whatever. And it's not that you don't want your kids to have sleepovers or sleep over at someone's house, but it's just so much going out, so much going on today that you don't know. You don't know. So, as for me, I just didn't allow my kids to spend nights in other people's houses. Because things like this, child sexual abuse, domestic abuse, domestic violence, all of this, it's nothing new. It's nothing new. It's been going on and on forever. It has to come to an end. It probably never will, but if you can just save one person, that's good. There's a public enemy, yeah. But anyway, if you can just save one person, if you can make people aware, more aware of domestic violence. We look at movies every day and videos of people being abused mentally, sexually, and I'm talking about as far as domestic violence. Domestic violence is with anyone that you have a close relationship, such as an intimate partner or a family member. So that's the difference for domestic abuse. But back to this child sexual abuse. Kids can go through this forever and hold it inside, and you never know. Because that's something that's not easy to talk about, and you feel ashamed. Sometimes you may think it's your fault. And then if you're a child, the abuser will threaten you and say, I'll kill your mom, your grandma, your family, I'll do this, I'll do that. Anything to make them put fear in them so that they won't tell. And then if the sexual abuser is the mom or the dad or a grandparent, they really don't want to tell. Because no matter what, a child still loves their parent. That's another thing. So I'm just saying, just be careful, who you allow your kids around. And I don't care how nice they are, how much they go to church, how well they dress, if they never had a police record, if they have the best of jobs, they got the money or whatever. It doesn't make a difference. Everybody in the community may love them. But a lot of times, those are the ones. And you just have to watch your children. I mean, whoever would have thought that the Boy Scouts would be sexually molested? Who would ever think that a lot of these, and if it happened to the Boy Scouts, what happened to the Girl Scouts is going on, did it go on with them also? I mean, I just don't understand. But to make a long story short, domestic violence, child sexual molesting, and sexual abuse, these things will stay with you forever. It never leaves you. And depending on how bad the abuse is, it can ruin you for life, for future relationships. So all I'm trying to say is just be more aware. Be more aware of the things that are going on in your life, that is going on in your personal relationship, or even in your family. Like I said, the abuse affects so many people. I mean, the grandparents are being abused. Senior citizens. Senior citizens are being abused mentally and, trust me, physically. They're being slapped around, pushed around, and sometimes not even being fed or being uh, um, not being fed the proper foods. They're having their money and their finances taken from them. And a lot of times they'll put up with it because they may not have anyone else to take care of them except for that person who's there that's supposedly their caregiver. You ever seen the commercial where the woman had a caregiver in her home and the caregiver was on the couch asleep? The caregiver was on the sleep. Now, how good is on the couch sleep? So how good is that? Now, that's a form of mental abuse. Her client was trying to wake her up, was calling her. I believe she had to go to the bathroom or whatever. So I imagine that she fired her right away. And that's a form of abuse because her caregiver was not giving her the proper care. She was on the couch asleep. Now, what kind of help is that? Now, I don't know if the caregiver was her a family member or just someone, that was hired out. But it was still a form of abuse. It's a form of abuse. So, I don't know, but I just wanted to come back to let y'all know that, oh, did I say what happened? Oh, the reason is because I'm doing this video is because the one I just made before that about the second part of the wife that killed her police officer, he was a sergeant, her husband, she killed him because of domestic violence. But anyway, while I was making that video tonight, my daughter happened to call, yeah. My daughter happened to call, and that interfered with the video while I was talking. And I had to stop, and I didn't know how to, I never know how, if I'm interrupted like I was tonight by the call, or if I just want to stop it and then continue it. I don't know how to do that. I tried. So I'm gonna keep doing my videos, but I'm gonna have to take more time and go back. I have all these notes written down in my notebook and all, but I guess I got video happy once I put up the first one, and I just kept going and going and going. But I want to do this thing the right way. I think it's time for me to get it together. Now, the technical part I'm going to need help with, and hopefully I can do that, but I just want to let y'all know, I just want my viewers to know that I am aware of the mistakes that I'm making. On my videos, I look at them, I point out the mistakes. I know a lot of times I hold my head down too much, or I might be looking around or what have you. I just know the things that I'm doing wrong. But I will try to do better as time goes on. But in the meantime, try not to pay attention to my mistakes, but try to pay attention to the information that I'm putting out to you. And I will appreciate that. And it's taking time, but like I said, I'm going to get better. So trust in me, have faith in me, like I have faith in you. And don't forget to stay covered up. Down eyes, nose, mouth, your neck, and your hands. Stay covered up. So, I also want to say, will you like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell so that you will be notified of another video. And I just love doing these videos. I love putting out this information to whoever wants to look at it or whoever wants to listen. And I just want to be a help because I don't know everything. No one knows everything. But if we can all share information of some sorts together, hopefully it will make a better world. And with that being said, y'all, I just want to say that I'm so tired and I'm so sleepy. So I think after this, I'm going to hit the set so I can be nice and refreshed in the morning so that I can come up with something else for my viewers. And I gotta think of a name for my viewers. I have one in mind. I was trying to wait until I get a few more viewers. I'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I just want to say, I just want to thank you for the ones that are looking. I want to thank you for your time and for the ones that have subscribed to my channel. I am so grateful. And I hope that you will help to make me grow because I need as much help as I can get, y'all. But things will get better. So until the next video, I just want to say, stay blessed and stay out the way.